What's up? What's up? It's the Keita J Reveal Show. It's hot topics. Hey, hot topics. What's up? What's up? Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up, y'all? I am Keita J. What's up? What's up, Steve? What's up? What's going on, Steve? What's happening? It is the Keita J Reveal Show, you guys, and it is Thursday. Thursday, I ain't gonna even say the date, but I'm here, y'all. I'm here. And I remember to bring that special thing that I'm going to talk about later. Steve is in the house. What's up? That's one of my little Periscope brothers right there. So I just wanted to say, hey, as I said before, you guys, I started off on Periscope back in 2015, but the Keita J Reveal Show started is when I came up with the idea, since I love talking and I always had an audience on Periscope. Periscope has kind of dwindled since I've been on there. I don't mean to talk about the Periscope Twitter, but I'm just saying, it dwindled a little bit, and I haven't had the numbers that I used to have. I used to have like hundreds of people on there. We'd be talking about topics all night long. Those were the good old days. But now, what's up, Renee? How are you? I can never watch this show. I can never watch this show always. Why is it always freezing? I don't think it does that with anyone else. Renee, does it freeze on you? I don't know if the show freezes on Renee. Renee has been over here quite a few times. I'm not sure, Steve. I mean, the last time you told me that, I was wondering what was happening, but I'm not too sure about what's happening with some of these digital platforms. I'm just here. I'm just here. I'm just here, y'all. I'm here today. And let me tell y'all, how was my week? Okay, so I've been teleworking, of course, all week long. And let's see. Since we like to talk about the Keita J Reveal Show, we got to talk about some things about me and, of course, the daughter. It ain't nothing. I told y'all, we revealing stuff. It ain't always nothing juicy, bad, or none of that stuff. Sometimes it's just stuff that you pick fun at. And I have a daughter, so I have to remember that that's something that some people can relate to, having kids. Some people have had your children live with you, or have asked you for things. So my daughter has been natural throughout her life. She's 15 now. She's been natural, never had a relaxer. She used to have locks years ago. But she's been on this wig, it's a wig challenge right now, and I'm like, wear your own hair, boo. Wear your own hair. She's like, but Mom, you used to wear wigs. I didn't really wear wigs when I was younger. I usually, maybe I wore, I would say very, very rare, because my hair was very thick and I didn't need to add anything else to my hair. But my daughter, she's on this wig kick right now. She wants to wear a wig. And I'm like, sister girl, leave the wig alone. But I understand people have their own identity. She's like, I just want to wear it sometimes. I don't want to wear it all the time. So that, that's my challenge right now, with the child wanting to wear a wig. And I'm just like, I'm not fond of wigs, but I did, like I said, I used to, here and there, I would wear a weave, like if I was going out of town and I knew we were going to be in water. And especially when I had my hair has been natural for years. So not saying I never had a relaxer or anything like that, but I'm just saying, like, with her, when you have daughters, I say daughters are expensive. My son was not expensive. My son was not, he didn't really want for anything. He takes care of himself, but she takes care of herself when she can and when she gets her own money. I'm just saying, because she's a teenager, those times when they're not working, of course the parents have to fend. So that was my week. So this is hot topics today. I know last time we did talk, but every now and again we switch up the topics and we talk about different stuff. So hot topics today, y'all. Hot topics, hot topics. So let me tell y'all, we got to learn how to celebrate people when they are alive. And no, I ain't copying off of Master P, because I've been saying this way before any other person has said it, because you know what I am? You know what I am? I observe people. I observe behavior. I observe a lot of things. So I just want to say, we have to start celebrating people when they are alive, not when they pass away, and then you want to start posting people on your Facebook page and your Instagram page. I don't understand why we do that. We act like we had this big relationship with these folks. Like throughout the years, you got folks that's trying to do well in business, all kinds of things. And I tell you, I've seen people that pass away, and you start saying, oh my gosh, so-and-so passed away. I remember talking to this person, so-and-so and so-and-so. You remember talking to this person, but have you ever bought anything from this person? Have you ever helped this person through a trying time? Have you supported this person? Let's look at it that way, because we seem to look at it like, you know, we want to tell the whole world, especially when it's somebody that people know. You know, when it's somebody that probably had some fire under them and they've been doing things, you know, but you never wanted to share them. You never wanted to share them when they were alive. I told my mother, I said, look, put me in an urn, okay? I don't want no funeral. I don't want none of that stuff. Look, just keep me with y'all. I don't need everybody hopping on the bandwagon when I pass away. Look, that's family. That's people that consider themselves your friends, you know, or associates, you know, because it's an ugly world. And people just want to on the bandwagon when they feel it's an opportunist. We call them opportunists, okay? You want to tag people just to say you know them, you know, you want to, you know, come on, man. You know, it's devastating that we have come to that, you know, in this world. It's very sad. It makes me frustrated when I see it. I don't want to see people celebrate somebody when they pass away. You never, and I'll give you guys I'll give you guys some insight. There's a guy, Jay Wills, he you know, his mom, and I'm not even gonna give y'all that because I'm not trying to, you know, harp on it, but I'm just gonna say he was a young man, passed away, you know, which is so sad. And then you start saying everybody posting him online. It's like, well, I ain't never seen no picture posted of him since I've been on Facebook. Of none of y'all posting him. Now everybody wants to post him. Come on now, get out of here. Get out of here. Let me sip, because I'm frustrated. Okay, let's talk about hot topics about this digital marketing. I mean, digital media, right? So we got Twitter. I didn't know Twitter had a show for Buzzfeed. They actually sponsored a show for Buzzfeed, and it was called The Morning Show. So it's like a weekday show that Buzzfeed will put out on Twitter. And Corona's so bad, y'all. I like to say COVID. COVID-19 is so bad, they done shut down the show. So people, because they didn't have the financing for the show. So even if you're doing digital, I was listening to Roland Martin and Mario Armstrong talk about this the other day on IG Live. You know, they were talking about how you can support your own show. I'm already doing it, okay? I'm not saying that I don't have companies hitting me up about sponsorships. And, you know, just this past week, I had a couple of companies hit me up about sponsorships. I have to do a sponsorship when I'm satisfied with it. I'm not just a random person where somebody's going to hit me up, even if it's for money. I want to make sure that I'm going to love what I'm supporting, you know, what I'm providing to the people. I have to be happy with that first. I have to be satisfied with that product first. And if I'm not satisfied with it, I'm not selling it. I'm not putting it out, because basically sponsorships is selling. You're selling to the audience. I like healthy things. So you guys will only see healthy things. You might see some wine. I don't know, because I do like my wine now. But it's nothing wrong with, you know, whatever you like doing, whatever sponsor, as long as you love it, as long as you like it, as long as you could possibly buy it for yourself. You know, that's what I feel. You're selling products to an audience. Like I said, I get people that hit me up all the time about sponsorships. If I'm not satisfied with it, I'm not doing it. So, you know, and that goes into a lot of these digital media platforms are losing funds because of advertisement. Advertisement is tied up in other things because of the lockdown. You know, people aren't able to work. You know, it's really, really hard out here right now for a lot of companies. So if, you know, they don't have a lot of people sponsoring their product and having a lot of buyers at the same time, because sponsors doesn't equal buyers. Sponsors just equal, they're putting, you're getting somebody to present your product to somebody, hoping that they would buy it. So that's you know, that's where Buzzfeed and Twitter is right now. Radio is having a hard time. Radio stations, people are working from home on their radio. They're losing advertisement as well during this pandemic. So we just want to say, look, it's not easy out here for anybody. You hear me? And that goes to tell people anything is bound to happen. And I always say this. I have always said this for some time. You never know when it's your turn. You never know when it's your turn to be in a hot spot. You never know when it's your turn where somebody, you will be wishing for someone to help you. So I always say, be careful how you treat people. Be careful when you are on the up and up, and you can help somebody throughout. You know, make sure you're giving. You know, your representation of what you want to see. Because a lot of us, we talk a talk, we got our hands out. We always want somebody to give to us, but when an opportunity arises for you know, us to do something for somebody else, a lot of times we don't want to do that. So that, you know, that right there is a problem for me. You know, I've seen it happen. I've seen that people always have their hand out, but like I said, you never know when you're going to be it. You never know when you're the it factor. You're gonna need somebody to help you out. Okay, you need somebody to benefit from at some point in time. So just be careful how you act. Okay, and that being said, so we got a lot of furloughs going on. Another hot topic today: furloughs. People being laid off. I just talked about the shutdown for the Buzzfeed, but then you have stores. Because the malls are closed, a lot of stores aren't open. People have lost their jobs, and more people are losing their jobs. So Kohl's is this is what Kohl's is planning to lay off 85,000 people. I didn't even know Kohl's had that many employees. How many employees does Kohl's have? I have to look that up. 85,000. Macy's supposed to be laying off some people. You got Neiman Marcus for furloughing 14,000. So, and I think they're filing bankruptcy as well. Here and there I do business. These are my hot topics, y'all. And then we got the Senate that's passing. You know, it hasn't been approved by the president yet, but we got the Senate has approved $480 billion for small businesses, you know, and for testing for the COVID-19. So that's another thing that, you know, they're working on to get more testing. I didn't, you know, I'm not gonna say I thought they were kind of low on that testing stuff. But I know on Joe Rogan's show, he said he testing people. And he said, you know, it's not that they don't have the test. I don't know what it is. I'm confused at this moment. Like, what is it? Do they have funding for the test? Do they have enough tests? What is going on? So I'm not too sure about that. But for $480 billion, which they're looking for Trump to approve, right? And And however, then there's a lot of small business that have been left without funding. You got Ruth Chris. Ruth Chris said they returning that $20 million or whatever that they received. So Ruth Chris, it's a big mess, y'all. It's a big mess. It's a big mess out here. You know, I don't know what's going on, and I have to talk about this because this is people's livelihood. You know, it's no joking matter about not being able to work. You know, not being able. My field, let me tell you guys, because I don't know if some people know what my field is HR. So my field is HR, and it's gonna be a lot of people out here that needs employment. So I will tell you, these small businesses, if you're not a corporation, you're probably going to be left behind. You know, there and I'm not going to say that because Harvard even got money that they didn't need. Shake Shack got money. You know, these companies, these are corporations. Okay, I know P.F. Chang is a corporation too. So you got these places that are corporations that's getting all the money. But the good thing is they're returning it because they felt like they didn't need it. So maybe now a lot of this money can be dished out to small businesses, where these small businesses can get new loans. And the thing is, they got to take out new loans. Small businesses have to take out new loans, you guys. New loans. Just imagine you not even finished paying off the first loan, and then you got to go. Well, hopefully it's a relief. I don't know if it's going to be a relief or if it's going to be money, you know, where they got to pay back the interest on top of, you know, the payment. So if you can get a grant or something like that, you know, a non-paid grant, then that could be good. But I'm just saying right now, it ain't looking so good because you got businesses. As a matter of fact, I'm in the DMV area, born and raised in DC, right? DC has Ben's Chili Bowl. So Ben's Chili Bowl is like a staple in the Washington D.C. area on U Street. If you've ever been to D.C. and you visited, probably I'm not one. I probably ate at Ben's Chili Bowl maybe one time. It was all right. It wasn't all that. So I'm not gonna talk down on them. I think they had two different locations in D.C. I think one on like 8th Street and then one on U Street in Northwest. So the company was saying that they were looking to get feedback on their loan, and they didn't get, they felt like, I guess they didn't get the loan. They didn't get it. But then I found out that some companies, some small businesses don't have their paperwork in order. So some small businesses are missing out because they don't have their paperwork possibly in order. I'm not sure. That's through the grapevine. Loans are not easy to come by, and especially right now when they're talking about these loans, you might have to have a credit score with certain banks of 700. Starting at 700. So if you have like a 6 something, you may not even qualify based on your credit score. And you know how that's reported to the bank. I mean, I don't know. This stuff just happened, but hopefully, like I said, these small businesses, hopefully they can recover, because that means if your small business is not getting funded and you don't have the money to keep moving in your business, and you have a lot of inventory, you may have to pay a lot of things off, or pay more people to keep your business running, then you're not going to profit from anything. And then that means you can't take care of your living. That's like a man paying child support, and he's basically not, he has to pay more than what he can withstand. It's like that. It's a sad case, that this stuff is happening all over the world. It's really, really sad. A lot of businesses, like I said, a lot of people not having money. So make sure you guys are there for your family, and if your family hasn't been there for you, I can't tell you how to handle that. I just can't. The only thing I can say is try your best to have a bigger heart, you know, just try, you know, like I said, when I was down and out, Keep the J Reveal Show, y'all. I wasn't down and out like that. But when it was a point where I hit a wall and I still did what I had to do for my family. You know, I had to work odd jobs because I didn't like where I was working and I didn't want to deal with the nonsense. We got to, if we can look, y'all can stay in relationships for 10 years if you want to. And 10 years, your relationship is not working out for you, but you're still in it. You know, you still waiting for a ring after 2 years or 3 years or whatever. Listen, you can break up with that person that you in a relationship with. You can leave a job and look for something else. And sometimes you might just need a break. That sometimes that's all it is. It's taking a break, clearing your head, you know, getting away from the madness, you know, just allowing yourself to breathe. Because sometimes that's all we need to do. We need to take a breath. We need to clear our mind. We need to relax ourselves, go get some massages, and not just, you know, trip off of these relationships or, you know, working in an environment that you can't deal with. Because I think that too goes hand in hand. You're working in an environment with a supervisor or employees that you just can't deal with. Sometimes we have to learn how to walk away from stuff that just don't suit us. It does us no good at all. So I told y'all, my release methods are breathing techniques. My other release methods are massages. I'm always, every month, I'll say maybe every month I go get a massage. I do Qigong when I sleep. And Qigong is working your inner body as well as it's like a inner outer massage for the body. And it's helping you to redeem yourself, and it helps you with breathing techniques and all of that stuff. Anxiety, if you have depression, those are good things that can help you. If y'all need some information, definitely email me, existingnature@yahoo.com. I'll be happy to give it to you. And free of charge. I can even recommend, if you're in my area, if you're looking for somebody like this guy I told y'all last week, I'm doing Qigong with this instructor online, and it's I can wake up in the morning, do it when I want to. If I want to do it in the afternoon, I can do it. He got all the videos in his group, and you know, there's a couple of people. There's quite several people in the group, and he's out in Florida. And if you, like I said, if you want to try something new, and that's another thing, try something new. Try new things. I'm adventurous. I'm spontaneous. I love trying new things that nobody has ever introduced me to. I don't care if people tell you ain't you know, whatever color they want you to be. Don't let people label you. Don't let people put you in a box. Listen, you do the stuff that you want to do for you. As long as it suits you and you feel good about it, at least trying something new, go for it. Don't y'all let them people tell y'all nothing, okay? Because I'm like that. I've been listening to a little bit of Mike Tyson, and you know what? I want to say, Mike Tyson, I feel like we the way he talks, we like soul brother, soul sister, you know, because everybody not your soul brother, soul sister. It's people that touch you. When you talk to them, you can feel through the words that they're saying. And I want to say, Mike has come a long way, and he'll tell you about it. He reveals a lot of things about himself. There's a lot of things that people cannot reveal about themselves. There's a lot of people that, you know, sometimes you won't even take, you can't even tell your mess. You can't even acknowledge your mess. So we so busy sometimes pointing the finger over here, over here, over here. You did it. You did it. You did it. No, you did it. But what about you? You playing what? The victim? You playing the victim. People will sit up here and play the victim all day, every day. No, girl, you did it. No, I broke up with you. No. Well, how about both of us did it? How about we should be able to say, yeah, I had some things that was going on with me, as well as you let them tell you, but most of the time, some people will not tell you that they had issues. We all have our own issues. We all have things that we have to deal with throughout our lives. From when we were young kids, some may have it better than others. And that's when a lot of people don't understand you because they don't acknowledge their crap. You got to take ownership. We got to learn how to take ownership of what we have, what we're dealing with. Nobody's perfect. And when people say, oh, I got to get it to where it's perfect. No, it's your perfect, but it's still imperfections there. So we have to learn, and I'm not preaching, y'all. This is just the show. This is the Key to J Reveal show. And I'm just going off of, we got to learn how to help each other, So that being said, I talk about jobs because I know I skipped and I started talking about something else. But that just goes back to behavior, owning up to what you are, who you are, acknowledging who you are as a person, realizing that people make mistakes, man. If people stealing from you, you don't want to do it because you know what? They gonna steal from you again, most likely. It might be one day they get themselves together, and that one day is after they cried wolf a couple of times. And now it's like down to the wire where you can't deal with it no more. So you ain't taking it, but you probably should have stopped earlier than that. So I know all about that. People crying wolf to you after a while. You try to help them. But even for myself, I had to learn how to stop being the nice person. Because sometimes you could be a little too nice to people that don't deserve it. Too nice. And now when I say too nice, you giving them everything. You helping them out. You this, you that. You know what? And this is why I don't like when I hear people say, women don't want to help a man. Well, sometimes a woman helped a man so much that he dragged her to the point where she almost lost herself, or she did lose herself. And it could be vice versa. There could be a man, because I'm not going to just put it on a woman. I'm not going to say just open arms, women are just open arms. You have men that are very nice and generous and willing to help you. And then you got a woman that will backstab that person, and then he's done and over with. He's all messed up for the next person. So that being said, okay, y'all. So I know I spoke about on my IG stories, and I also put it on my Snapchat, that if you are in the Pennsylvania area or you are in the DC, Maryland, Virginia area, I have some jobs, okay? Because like I told you, I'm in human resources. So how do I want to say this? I'm working with this company, okay? And this company has some positions available. So if you have administrative background, because like I said, there have been a plenty of layoffs. There's been, there's a lot of stuff going on in this world where people are going to need jobs. And I'm willing to help people that's willing to help themselves, So Key to J, okay, and I'm only put this on here. I didn't put the full information on my stories. I just said you got to tune into the show. If you want to know what's going on, you got to tune into where I am, okay? I'm not giving you everything on stories. You got to come over to the show. You got to hear what I got to announce. And if you don't want to do that, then that's your problem, okay? That's your problem. You got problems, man. We all got problems. But anyway, so if you are in, again, the DMV area, or you are in Pennsylvania and you are looking for a position, and these are full-time permanent contracting positions. They're in human resources. And if they're looking for assistance, they're looking for, I want to say classifiers, like people that are willing to learn. You want to move up into classifying positions. You also have background maybe as a clerical, and administrative assistant, because you can link those two together, clerical field. So you would need to send your resume to existinnature@yahoo.com. If you are on my YouTube page, you can click on the link. My email is on the link in on YouTube. So you could click on the link. You can go to my website. You can also, type in there and send it to me or whatever. However you want to do it, as long as it gets to me. But Exist in Nature. So you have my website where you can send it to, and you also have where you can go to YouTube and click on the link. I want to say Periscope also has my website link in there, and my email. So you can go on there and look as well. Click on the link, send your resumes to me. Okay? Send your resumes to me and let me know that you are interested in the subject line. You would have to say you are interested in the human resources assistant position. So there's several positions. It's not just one. Okay. So again, if you're in the DMV area, you're looking for work, even if you think you might not qualify because you don't have admin background, in your description of your resume. If you need help with getting your resume together, you can also contact me on that. Like I said, my field is human resources, and I am a human resources specialist. So I've always helped people with their resumes. I've helped plenty of people get jobs. I just don't identify it on here because this is not, this is my creative side. But I find that this business reached out to me and said, hey, I love your resume, you're this, you're that, when I was looking for a job. But I said, hey, I can help you guys if you need people. If you're looking for some individuals to interview for these positions, I can send you some resumes for sure. So they want me to do that. They're heavily looking. So like I said, if you're up for it, you up for it. If you're not, then you're not. Okay. How many people watched? But look, how many people? Me. But look, Teddy Riley and Babyface. I know I'm late. This happened last week, I think, or the weekend. But Teddy Riley and Babyface. So I didn't get a chance to talk about that because this is my first time going live since Teddy Riley and Babyface went live on IG. So Versus, and I know a lot of people know about this, but Versus, which is Timberland and Swiss Beats, have been doing these battles online. I guess it started from other people doing battles online, and they saw interest in it, and they said, hey, let's do something with this. So they started matching people together to do these battles on IG Live. I want to say IG Live, okay, since all of this has been happening, everybody have been pulling something from it, okay? D Nice started off with his quarantine. I don't even know what it was. It was quarantine something. But he started off, with DJing or whatever he's doing. Reached 100,000, the first time he did it when he went live. Then you had a couple of other people, like I said, Versus Timberland and Swiss Beats. They had people, battling T-Pain, Lil Jon, all of them. And then it's so funny with Teddy Riley and when Babyface and Teddy Riley went live. The first time it was a mess. Okay, I think I already talked about that. The first time it was a real mess. The second time it was much better. However, they kept getting cut off. One couldn't go into the other room. I can't get them in. Some people said they couldn't get into the room, to see them. Then I went on line after they did their battle, and what's the Affion Crockett and what's the other guy's name? God, I can't think. It's Spice Adams. They did a replay of what they were doing. I caught them live. I was dying laughing because they had me cracking up. But Spice Adams and Affion Crockett is a fool. But they were real funny and putting it all together and being comedic about it. But I want to say Teddy Riley, he seemed like such a sweetheart. Babyface seemed like such a sweetheart. They got major hits. You hear me? Songs that you may not even know that they were a part of. And that's the good thing, because this guy had posted, he's a saxophonist, right? He posted on Facebook and said, I can't believe, no, he didn't say he can't believe, but already hater, Why the haters always got to come out? But anyway, he said people over there over on IG Live, 400K people, because they had over 500K people in the room. Okay, I was over there, and then they were it was on Facebook too. So some magazine, hip hop magazine or whatever, had it on Facebook, and they were using this similar app, that not an app, but this streaming service that I use. And they were streaming it on Facebook to YouTube. Okay. So there's a lot of things that you can do. You can do the multi-streaming now. I don't know why. And I'm going to say this. I don't know why Timberland and Swiss Beats is picking IG Live to do this darn thing. The system is crashing. Okay. Everything was crashing. You know, IG is not built for that. IG is not built to have Teddy Riley and Babyface or any other person with over so many thousand people on the live like that. 500,000 people. That's a lot of folks that was over there on that app. And like I said, some people said they couldn't get in. They couldn't get in the room. They couldn't get in there. Then after a while, it got so hot. People couldn't even they couldn't even go to each other no more. So and you know, it's like when you got stuff set up like that, it's like you got to improvise. You got to think. You got to improvise. You got to really think about it though. What's the next? How we gonna do this if this happens? You know, you got two legends over there trying to figure out how this thing works. They got to do better than that. Come on now. If IG sponsoring it, which I don't know if that's happening. I'm not sure if IG is sponsoring this or not. But if so, they got to figure out a better way. Okay? Because I'm telling you, that's not working. And then you talking about having another battle. And after that, it's going to be another battle. And I'm just thinking like, IG is so overwhelming over there on IG Live. Why not do it on YouTube? I think YouTube will probably be a better place, but the only thing about YouTube, I'm not sure if they'll block the video because of the music and not realize that it's them doing it. But then there's like copyright. So I guess if they were to do that, whose page would they do it on? So you would have to think about, you would have to think along those lines. I think Swiss Beats and Timberland should have set up a page if they were going to do verses. They could. This is my mind, y'all. This is how I am. I come up with a lot of stuff. But Timberland and Swiss Beats could have done. You created a YouTube page, did verses, streamed both of them where Babyface can come in and they can use like a multi-stream like this, and then you could be streaming other places as well and not just one particular place. So I just think that they really should think about continuing this and how they're going to continue it and how they're going to set it up. Just think more about it. Get more detail about what you want to do. Ask around. Y'all got assistants, managers, all kinds of stuff. I'm sure they can find somebody that has background in social media expertise or something. I'm sure they can. But I mean, it's a great thought. I'm not complaining about it. I'm just saying I think they should really think about it. So here's the thing now, since everybody has been streaming live, doing little radio shows on IG, everybody's asking for money. Okay. I donate to people that, and I'm sure we all do. I donate to people I want to donate to. I'm not donating to everybody that got a cash app. I'm not doing all that. I'm gonna donate to those that I've been listening to, not people that want to all of a sudden get online and want you to support them, and they barely ever get online and talk to their audience. I'm not doing that. I'm giving to people that usually didn't mind giving to their audience, that didn't mind, sit there and talk to people on IG Live or, put content on Facebook or put content on YouTube. So I'm not donating to everybody. I just can't. I'm not built like that. But y'all can do what y'all want to do. Donate to everybody that got their cash app up, and everybody's using Cash App. Lord have mercy. Everybody and their mama. Anyway, let me tell you the juicy information about IG Live. So IG Live said everybody's using us now, right? People are using the app, you know, to do these battles, radio stations, whatever they doing, creating their, people get the creative juices. So IG Live was like, we're going to build more into the app where people can save their IG Live, because sometimes IG Live won't even let you save. You can't even save your content. You try to save it, and it's a problem. You're losing your content because you can't save it, and you can't go anywhere to go get it. So they said they're gonna have an option where you can save it to the IG, what is it called? IGTV. So you can save it. You're gonna be able to save your IG Live to IGTV. And I mean, I think that's okay, because then you'll be able to retrieve it from there if that's an option. So that's always good for you to be able to say. Like I said, sometimes IG, I know I did a podcast over there one time when I first started trying to figure out how to do the social media, Facebook. I was trying to do it on my business page, and I had one of the guys that's a comedian. He came over, he did the he was trying to do the podcast with me. And I didn't realize on your business page, everybody doesn't have an option where you can invite somebody in. So he kept trying to come in on my business page, and I'm trying to figure out, why can't he get in? Why can't? And then I read up on it, and it said some people have the option to do that, but everybody does not have the option. So he was like, well, let's go over to IG Live and do it. So we did it over there. When I ended, I couldn't save it. I had to go and think, like, I had to ask the higher power, like, how do I freaking get this podcast now? So I need this for my audio feed. So eventually I figured out how I could, get it. I ain't gonna tell you how I did it, but I did it. And it was some old ghetto way, but anyway, I had to do what I had to do to get it. So I got that information, and I was able to put it on my audio feed, so that way I can post it on my website. So I think that's all we have for hot topics right now. Anybody got anything? Like, what y'all got out there? What y'all make sure y'all looking out for your family and your so-called friends. Because when it's rough times, I'm telling you, sometimes nobody wants to help you. But when a lot of people are up against the wall, and you probably got a couple of family members or friends working, and you not, woo boy, woo, that's hard. That's rough. So I want everybody to, like I said, take care of yourself. If you're looking for a job, you're in the DMV area, you're in Pennsylvania, make sure that you email me if you're interested in a contracting job, HR assistant position. You can contact me at existinnature@yahoo.com. Like I said, you can find that information online, and we'll work the magic, and we'll see what we can do. If you need your resumes updated, I'm not trying to do all of that really, but if somebody needs help with that, of course, that would be a fee to help you to get your resume together. I'm not gonna hit you upside the head, trying to get it together. But yeah, I can work with you on that. But anyway, that is hot topic for today, you guys. And I'll talk to you later.